Look at you getting your trainings done. I'm here for it. I appreciate your time and dedication. And again, welcome to Titan. Now, I know we're talking about the infraction point system. I know you guys understand it's a 10-point system within a 90-day period. And in that 90 days, you do not want to hit 10 points. Otherwise, it'll be 2 weeks suspension or termination. We got that part down, right? The chart before me showed the violations and the points that align with those. So you have an understanding of where you would fall depending on the violation that you commit. But I know you guys aren't going to commit any violations, right? Right. But to set you guys up for success, I do want to go over two of the violations in a little bit more detail because these are the two fastest ways to get terminated or suspended. And I want to make sure you guys stay away from that. So, first one, no call, no show. You seen on that chart, it's about 7 points that you would get for a no call, no show. But what is a no call, no show? That is when you have requested a shift, you got approved for a shift, and the shift came and you did not come. You did not come, and there also was no call, no text, no email, no communication between you and management to let somebody know that you weren't going to show up. You just don't show. We probably find out from another staff or the client themselves that no one is there. And that is a very big breakdown of the system that we have, which is why a no call, no show is the fastest way to get terminated. Please understand that on your first, second shift, if you end up doing a no call, no show, 98% of the time is going to be a termination. That is because when a person is working with a company and when they first start working, they're trying to put their best foot forward most times. They want to make sure they make the best impression possible. And if that's your best impression, it's really nothing else for us to see. The main thing that we ask is that you communicate. You got to let us know what's going on, plan accordingly, and don't pick up shifts that you just don't want. Now, we do understand that a lot of people use Titan for supplemental income. So there may be times that you are working with your company that you work 9 to 5 with, and you picked up a shift with Titan, not expecting to get approved or whatever the case, and you didn't realize you double booked yourself. It is okay for you to drop a shift after you have been approved for it with Titan. What we ask, however, is that you make sure that we have at least 12-hour notice before that shift starts. That's 12 hours. That should be the latest. 12 hours before your shift should be the latest that you drop your shift. This 12-hour span gives all management enough time to be able to see that somebody dropped their shift, to go into the system and remove them from that shift, to repost it and let other people know that it's available now, and for someone else to request and get approved and show up on time and ready to work. So as long as you drop that shift and we have at least a 12-hour notice, at least, then you are in the clear. So if you know that you have a 9 a.m. shift tomorrow morning, and you're going out tonight, you're going out, you're going to have a good time. You may not be able to wake up in time to make that 9 a.m. shift. You have until 9 p.m. tonight to decide, hey, you know what? Let me drop that shift and let somebody else work it. And I don't want to get any type of violation or any infraction for it. So I'm going to make sure I drop it by 9 p.m. tonight. That gives Titan 12 hours to figure it out. And we will figure it out most times, but we need that 12-hour span. The closer you get to the shift, the more infraction points. Now, you may be thinking, Tiffany, that is a bit excessive. You do not need 12 hours. We do. A lot of times, people are not expecting to even have to cover a shift because it already was approved and given to someone else. So they're going to plan their days accordingly as they should. Outside of that, a person may have to situate childcare, a ride, just getting themselves ready all together. We need that full 12 hours to make sure everything can run smoothly. So 12 hours is what we need. And understand that this can affect you in the long run. When we have shifts and say a person doesn't have the adequate amount of notice, they can still work, but they may show up late. If people are continuously showing up late to a certain contract or a certain shift, the client may turn around and say, you know what? This is not professional. We don't want to work with you guys. You can't even show up on time. We're going to go do away with this contract. And now that's money out of your pocket and everyone else's. We don't want that. We want to give you guys as much opportunity as possible. So that being said, we ask that you communicate. Communicate if it's a no call, no show, make sure it's not a no call, no show. Let us know what's going on. If you're going to drop your shift, make sure you are doing that and giving us a 12-hour notice at least. As long as we have a 12-hour notice, you are in the clear. Now, we do understand life is happening, and sometimes things happen unexpectedly. Now, In those situations, we ask for you to communicate. If you are driving and you get into a wreck, God forbid, and you have to get your car towed, there's a tow receipt, send us a picture of that tow receipt. You got to take your kids to the hospital because they had a fever. Send us a picture of the doctor's note. Send us some type of documentation so we have proof of your situation and we know that you're not just being irresponsible. Otherwise, the points will follow. So just to recap, we have no call, no shows, and late shift release. Stay away from them at all costs. You know what they are, you know how you get them, and you know how you can avoid them. So I know you guys are going to do the right thing. Bing.